All right, today we're going to talk about something super important, how to move beyond just reacting to things and instead build a truly powerful way of thinking. This is basically your guide to upgrading your mind, and it can genuinely change how you learn and grow. Let's dive in.
So, let me ask you something right off the bat. When you hear a new idea, especially one that kind of challenges what you already believe, what's your gut reaction? Do you get curious, or do you find yourself immediately trying to find flaws in it? And hey, how you answer that, that's the key to everything we're about to get into.
Okay, so you can really see this play out in two totally different ways. On one side, you've got the memory approach. This is our default setting, you know? We hear something and we instantly sort it into I agree or I disagree. It's pretty superficial and honestly, it closes us off to new things. But then you have the application approach, and this is where the magic happens. Instead of just judging, we try to relate, reflect, and connect the dots. It's not about being right, it's about growing.
To really get our heads around this shift, let's think about it like this. Imagine your mind is a computer's operating system. We all come with some basic factory-installed software.
So what are we really talking about here? Well, personal development is just the process of upgrading that mental OS. You're moving from the default settings to a system that can run much more complex and powerful programs. We're talking deep empathy, real virtue, and genuine influence, without, crashing.
Okay, so what is that factory-installed software we all have? Well, we start with two basic programs. You've got the emotional mind, which can be super reactive, pretty unreasonable, and often pulls us backward. Then there's the rational mind, our intellectual, focused side, which, let's be honest, can feel a little disconnected from everything else. They both have their uses for sure, but sticking with just them really limits us.
Right, so if those are the defaults, where are we trying to go? What's the ultimate upgrade?
Well, the goal is to install what's called the wise mind.
And here's the beautiful thing. The wise mind isn't about picking a side between logic and emotion. Nope. It's the powerful, seamless integration of both. It's that space right in the middle where you can feel your emotions fully, but still respond with thoughtful, mature reason. That's the sweet spot right there, where the real growth happens.
So what does this upgrade actually get you? What are the new features? Well, check these out. You become reflective, not just reactive. Philosophical, looking for deeper meaning. You're contemplative, totally centered on growth, considerate of others, and deeply self-aware. This isn't just about thinking better, it's about being better.
Okay, this all sounds amazing, right? But how do you actually do it? How do you install this thing? Let's get into the step-by-step installation guide.
Now, before we even get to step one, there's a huge mindset shift you've got to make. You have to decide that your goal is no longer to be right or to win the argument. Your number one priority has to be to simply understand. Once you make that little switch in your brain, believe me, the installation has already begun.
All right, step one. The very first question to ask yourself when you encounter a new idea is this: what's happening here? Super simple. This forces you to hit pause on your judgment and just gather information. What's actually being said? What are the facts? It's all about getting the basic knowledge down first.
Okay, next up, we're going to dig a little deeper. Step two's question is, why is this idea important? Now you're moving past the what and into the why. Why is this person sharing this? Why does it matter? And, this is a big one, why do you feel the way you do about it? See, this is the jump from just knowing something to really understanding it.
And now for what might be the most powerful question of the bunch. What's going on that I don't see? This one forces you to actively hunt for your own blind spots. What other perspectives are out there? What information might be missing? This question right here is your best defense against the trap of thinking you have the full picture.
And when you put it all together, this is what you get, the whole process. You go from gathering knowledge to understanding to considering, reevaluating, applying, and eventually creating something new from it. This isn't a one-and-done checklist. It's a cycle of continuous learning. This right here is your installation manual for the wise mind.
So you do all this work, you run the installation, what's the payoff? What does this fully upgraded mind actually feel like? Let's take a look. I love this pyramid because it shows exactly what happens. Most of us start at the bottom with really simple, often black and white ideas. To grow, you have to climb into that messy middle layer, complexity. You got to get your hands dirty with nuance and difficult concepts. But the goal isn't to stay confused. The goal is to master that complexity so you can climb to the top. Informed simplicity.
And that's why this whole informed simplicity thing is such a game changer. Look, true wisdom isn't about using big words and complicated theories. It's about understanding something so deeply that you can explain it simply. And it's those simple, elegant, deeply understood ideas that let us make massive, meaningful shifts in our own lives.
So, there you have it. The tools are all laid out for you. You have the installation guide, you know what the goal is, and you see the benefits. Your mental OS is officially ready for an upgrade.
Really, the only thing left to do now is start. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Now that you have this framework, what's the first idea, the first belief you hold that you're going to take for a test drive? What will you reevaluate first?